Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have another update for Pan Those Eyeshadows. This was originally created by Alexi, so I will have her channel linked down below. But everyone who participates mostly changes the goals and how they do this project according to their panning style and what goals they want to achieve. So I will get into how I do this project. But before I do, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I do mostly panning content, which means I'm trying to touch everything in my collection. If you enjoy this project, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and commenting down below. So the way I do this project has kind of morphed throughout the year. I am currently working on 5 eyeshadows at a time, and 4 of them are randomized, and I hand select the last shade just so I can have a little control over the color story, or if I have an eyeshadow in mind that I think will be easy to pan. I really like that aspect. Some updates I have randomized all of the shades and have skipped the hand selected shade. It just depends on my mood, I guess. But the way I can roll things out is, of course, to hit pan. I would love to hit pan in all of my eyeshadows, but I also want to use all of my eyeshadows. So if I have not hit pan by 15 uses, I do have the option to roll it out and roll a new shadow in. And also, if I have not hit pan or met my 15 use goal by 3 months, so if an eyeshadow has been in the project for 3 months, I have the option of rolling that out as well. Because if I haven't hit pan or my 15 uses by that time, I know it's going to take me forever and I just want to keep the project moving. So let's get into the eyeshadows that I've been working on. I'm going to start with the eyeshadows that have been in the longest and move towards the newest. So the first shade comes from my Beauty Bay Metamorphic palette, and it is the shade Parallel. This is what it was looking like last update. I had reached 10 uses, and I've been using the shade 5 times each month, and that was no different this last month. I reached for it another 5 times. So I have reached my 15 use goal, and this is what it is looking like. This shade here is a beautiful shade to use in my outer corner to deepen out looks or to use as an eyeshadow wing. I have really enjoyed using this, and I love having a deeper shade in my rotation, whether it be in this project or a different project, to add to my looks. Honestly, I hope I don't randomize a deep shade this time because I really need to get more use out of my Project Level Up palette because it has a lot of deeper shades in it. But yeah, this is rolling out and I'm super excited that I've met my goal. But I love this palette. I'm kind of sad that it is moving out of my everyday makeup drawer. This is what that shade looks like, a very light swatch. I did not build it up at all, but you can kind of see the tones of it. It's just a really nice blue-purple deep shade. Another shadow that has been in here for 3 months comes from my Blend Bunny Sugar and Grunge palette. It is the shade Detention, and it is this beautiful kind of mid-tone purple matte shade. Last update I had 9 uses, so this is what it was looking like, and I have reached for this also 5 times, and here it is today. So hopefully you can see that it has a good dip in it. I have reached for this 14 times total in this project, but it has been in for 3 months, and I can tell I'm nowhere near pan. I did hit pan in this shade down here, so I do know how deep these shades are, and I'm nowhere close, so I am rolling this shade out. I've been loving working on this purple. Purple is my favorite color to wear on my eyes, so this has been really great to incorporate into my looks. So I'm sad that it's rolling out, but I just want to get used to my other shadows, so it needs to go out of rotation. The next shade I rolled in last update, and it is from the same palette, so the palette is staying around, and it is the shade Ironic. This is a beautiful, like almost neon pastel green matte, and it was brand new when I rolled it in. I think my photos are after I used it in my last update, but I used it a total of 3 times. So not the best, but this is what it's looking like now. Yeah, not much use. In person, I can kind of see like the smallest disturbance, but not much. The shade surprised me. I have been really enjoying it, those 3 looks that I did use with it, but hopefully I can create a little more, be a little more creative with it this month because it is staying in. Next is a shadow from my Cosmic Beauty Winter Wonderland palette, and it is the shade Comfort. This is what it was looking like when I rolled it in last month. Again, this was brand new as well, but I had used it in my last update, so there is a little bit of disturbance in the photo. I was able to use this 6 times this last month, and I am so happy with those numbers. This is a beautiful purple shimmer here. There. You can see that I did get some use out of it. I have a little bit of a dip. This is a very, oh, let me adjust. The color like went crazy. This is a very creamy formula, so I guess not, I shouldn't say it's very creamy because obviously like 6 uses, if it was super creamy, I could have hit pan, but it is soft. Let's just say it's soft. And I completely forgot to swatch the rest of those shadows, but let me talk about the very last shade and then I'll swatch my current color story. The last shade that I rolled in was my hand selected shade, and it came from my Nomad Ghost Town USA palette. I always want to show you the flip on this, but it is the shade Quicksilver. This is what it was looking like. I had only used the shade maybe twice before rolling it in, so it did have a little bit of use, but not a ton. I also used this shade 6 times in this project, and I was able to hit pan within those 6 uses. So here it is. Hopefully you can see that shiny pan. If you follow me on Instagram, I did post a spoiler of this pan yesterday because I was just so excited. I built this up quite a bit on my eye when I did use it, and I got a lot of glitter fallout, which was kind of disappointing. But the last few uses, I sprayed my brush with my Milani Make It Last setting spray, and that helped a ton with the glitter fallout. So whenever I use this shade again, and maybe all the other shimmers in this palette as well, I will be spraying my brush. I thought I was so close to hitting pan, so like I did this shade basically all over my lid yesterday, and I didn't hit pan yet, and I was like, no. So I went in with a much smaller brush and I put it on my lower lash line, and that's when I hit pan. I wouldn't call that cheating because I've been doing glitter on my lower lash line, not glitter, but like shimmers on my lower lash line quite a bit lately, and I've been loving that look. So I probably would have done that anyway, even if I wasn't trying to hit pan, you know what I mean? But I'm really excited that this shade has pan and it is rolling out of this project. But let me swatch all of the shades. So here is the color story that I've been working on. I remember when I rolled these 2 shades in last time, I was worried that they would compete with each other, but they actually worked really well together. and I use them in quite a few of the same looks, but let's see. These two are the only two shades staying in. I will be randomizing two shades, but also hand selecting a shade because my hand selected shade is rolling out. So let me pull up my spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet with all of my eyeshadows listed out in, so I do the brand alphabetically, and then I do the palette within the brand, and then I do each shade listed out. You'll see when I throw it up, I'll do like a screen recording. But since last update, I have added 2 palettes to my collection. I now have the Juvia's Place Gardens of Juvia and the Candy Shop palette. So according to my spreadsheet, I currently have 739 powder eyeshadows. I don't count my liquids or creams in this project. Just that's how I want to do it. So what did I say? 739. Let me start my screen recording. I'm nervous. So 1 through 739. The first number I got was 118. So let's scroll up, 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 up. Oh, too far. Okay, I didn't say this, but I'm not going to roll in anything that's in another project. And I rolled in the shade Wonderland from my Bella Beauté Bar Smoky Glam palette. That is currently my project level up. So let's re-roll. Ooh, 693. Oh, 693 is a single eyeshadow. It is my Cleona Opulence. I guess I'll roll it in. I definitely will not hit pan on that, but I could get 15 uses out of that. And then the next is 590. Oops. So 590 comes from my Profusion Harvest palette, and it is the shade Foliage. I don't know what that shade is. This is a very warm toned, like it's called Harvest, so it definitely reminds me of fall foliage. I'm gonna guess it's green. But we'll see. I'm gonna go grab those 2 palettes and grab my hand selected shade, and I will be right back. Okay, I have swatched out my new color story, and I'm not excited. Okay, so these are the 2 shades that stayed in from the last round. This is Cleona Opulent. It actually looks super orange next to this shade. I have not seen that flip. Actually, I have not swatched it. I've only used it on my eyes, so I have never seen it swatched out on myself yet. This is kind of how it presents itself on my eyes usually, but looks like I can get some orange out of it. Oh. This is the shade Foliage from my Harvest palette, and then this is my hand selected shade, which I will talk about in a second. But let me show you where Opulent is when I rolled it in. I did have this in a project recently for 3 uses, so it doesn't have like a ton of use, but it does have a little bit. You can still see the imprint, but it is wearing away. And then Foliage from my Harvest palette is this red in the bottom middle. As you can see, I have a couple pans in this palette, but I don't have a pan in a matte, so I have no idea how long that's going to take. What is this month? So we're going into August, so August, September, October. So I'll probably get most of my uses in the 3rd month that it is in this project, but we'll see how it goes. I might be able to layer things on top of it to make it work better for me. Actually, I'm super curious how this like purple shimmer will layer on top. But let's move on to my last shade, which is my hand selected shade. I'm sorry if you think this is a cop-out, but the whole reason I have a hand-selected shade is to make it a little easy on myself. I'm rolling in my Naked 2 Basics from Urban Decay. I just rolled this out of the last round of Throwback 30 Project Pan. I did start the new round, so if you missed that, pretty sure it was the video right before this one. But there's a shade in here that I'm super close to hitting pan on. It is the first shade. What is this called? Skimp. It's called Skimp. And I use this to highlight my brow bone, which, oh, you can't even see how deep the dip is. It's so hard to tell. I do not highlight my brow bone on a regular basis, but I was solely to get use out of this eyeshadow. I could easily use this to put all over my lid as well, so I'll probably just do from my lash line all the way up to my brow bone and call it a day. But yeah, this is my new color story. Hopefully I will have a pan in this next update, but let's zoom you in and I'm gonna create a look. Okay, I do have like a full face of makeup on and I do have a little bit of mascara, but I will most likely add more when I'm done with my eye look. So let's just go in with Skimp first. That's like a given. Just gonna go in with this super fluffy brush and put that all over my lid up to my brow. I am working on another lid setting shade in a project currently, but I only have a 10 use goal on it, so I am totally fine rolling this in. To be honest, I thought about rolling that shade in as well, but I was like, well, I haven't met my goal in the other project, so I probably shouldn't, but there's that shade. I'm sorry if that's like super boring. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Here's a closer look at the color story. Not cohesive at all. What would you guys do? I'm so scared. You know, I might use the red as a wing. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Whew, okay. First we need to put something in my crease. So I guess it's gonna be the green. I'm gonna put the green all throughout my crease. Reminder, it's the shade Ironic from my Blend Bunny Sugar and Grunge. This is my designated brush for the green. I only use this brush unless I'm doing like my inner corner. But I'm gonna just do it pretty lightly at first. Oh my gosh, I think I talk about this almost every time I do a look, but I'm going to my parents' house after this. And I'm probably going to be looking a little crazy, but it's fine. My mom is used to it. Okay, there's that green. It's so funny, it looks more cool tone green in the camera, but in person it's like pretty like bright neon green. But let's go in with I guess we'll go in with Opulent. Should I do a halo eye? I'm going for it. I am going for it. I'm going to do a halo eye and put this in the inner and outer corner. Oh snap. I'm scared. What should I use for that? I'm going to take this super old e.l.f. dense brush. It's like when they used to be $1. I gotta find a mirror because the Harvest palette doesn't have a mirror. Oh my gosh, I'm taking the red, I'm taking the red, I'm taking the red. I'm putting it on my outer corner. Definitely have to change my shirt after this, because this look does not go with fuchsia pink. This is definitely taking me out of my comfort zone. My Instagram followers are going to go wild with this look. They're going to be like, oh my gosh. Well, y'all don't speak like that. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. But they always love when I go outside of my cool toned box. Oh my gosh. I am currently working on my Essence Lash Princess mascara. I have the green one. I have 2 of them actually. They're the only 2 mascaras that I have right now. And I don't remember it doing this the other times that I've owned it. So let me know if you guys have experienced this too, or maybe it's just because of the hot weather. But I have noticed it transferring a lot to my under eyes, and I don't remember it doing that the last times that I've owned it, because I've owned it a few times. And I bought it because I thought I loved it, and I love the way it makes my lashes look, but by the end of the day, I have mascara on my under eyes. Granted, my baby's like all over me all the time, you know, I let him touch my face wherever and whenever, and he's probably like touching my mascara too and helping that transfer as well. But yeah, I don't know, I just don't remember doing that, and so I'm like, did I forget? Or just let me know if you've experienced that as well. I'm just taking a fluffy brush from Sigma. It's the E40. And it has no product on it, but I might have to add a little bit of product because it's not really doing any blending. So I'm going to just barely put some on here and go super light. See if that helps the blend. Yeah, the green is gone. The green is gone. And I'm so scared. I ruined it. I am kind of scared to put the green back, but I guess I should because it's part of the look. Okay. Let's go back in with the green and see if we can do something with this. Are they canceling each other out? Yeah, you can't even see it. Whoa, look at that. They canceled each other out. Ooh, color theory. I love it, but I think I need to go back in with the red now. I don't know what to do. I'm not a professional makeup artist, so I'm just going to leave it It doesn't have to be perfect as I keep messing with it. Just trying to get the shape. I'm using my viewfinder, sorry. Good enough. Okay. Now, what shimmer to put on the center? I'm gonna do, should I do Opulent? Let's do Opulent. That is a gorgeous combination. I will admit these two shades work really well together. Now I don't know what to do with the purple. I don't want to put the purple on my eyes. So let's go back in with the red on my lower lash line. Hopefully I don't regret that. Usually if I wear red on my eyes, it makes me look sick. Because of color theory, because I'm cool toned. So we will see how that works. But I'm going to run it all the way across. And then I might put the purple on top of it. But I wanted to run the red first so it's cohesive. What is going on here? Do you guys have a favorite eye? This is my favorite. This one always turns out better than this one. I don't know what's going on over here, but I might have to take that clean blending brush again. Yeah, okay, that helped. One thing about red is, and I know y'all are gonna comment on this, maybe, it makes my eyes pop because red and orange are opposite of blue, which I have blue eyes. So if you were just looking at my eyes, yes, absolutely, looks cool. But if you go back, you'll see, we'll zoom out and we'll talk about it. I guess I'm gonna throw the purple shimmer on my bottom lash line and see how that looks. I don't really know what brush to use though. I'm gonna take this teeny tiny flat, again it's from e.l.f. like when they were super, this is concealer brush. Maybe for spot concealing? I don't have a ton of spots right now. I have some healing spots, but I'm gonna take Comfort from Winter Wonderland. And where should I put it? Inner corner? Or like the inner half? Oops. Yeah, I would not ever do this color combination. And I'm questioning it now, but I'm trying to work with what I got. The shade is a little flaky too. It's kind of hard to be precise with it. Do I want to add some of that to the top? Yes, I do. I'm just going to take it on my finger and kind of put it where the matte and Opulence meet. I don't know if this is gonna ruin anything, but it felt kind of random on just the bottom, so I kind of wanted to put it somewhere else to help it make more sense. Okay, that's pretty. Again, I would never do this, ever in my life. I would never do this on a daily basis, but I think it looks cool. Like if you were wearing a dress with all three of these colors in it. Okay, inner corner. Let's put Opulent in the inner corner. I feel like it's gonna be way too dark though. I just have a feeling. Not everything, most things are too dark for my inner corner. Yeah, immediate shadow. But if you do this, for my Instagram pictures, it'll look good. Oh, look at that shift. Awkward. Okay, I am gonna do a little bit more mascara because there's like some glitter on top of my lashes from those shadows. I'm just using my viewfinder. Let me know how you guys would use these colors. Can't talk when I'm doing mascara. I'm proud of myself for going all out with that red. Because I almost just did it as a wing, and that would have been like a lot more subtle. But one reason why I like this project is it gets me out of my comfort zone. So let me zoom you out. Okay, here is the look all together. Yeah, definitely not with this shirt or this lip, but that's what I get for wearing super cool tones with not knowing what my eye look is gonna be. But I think the look all actually turned out pretty good. This is the color story. I'm sorry, I lost the green. I don't know where the green went. This is a build-up swatch though. I mean, you can build it up, but because I used a fluffy brush maybe. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, I hope you do so before you leave. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.